This one even going?
I'm not sure what he's doing here, but
Oh, there you go.
he's
Now I got it. Now I got it. Give it a shot. Give it a shot.
Oh my gosh. Turn sideways. I was trying to show people what the heck. The Crazy Picker Life with Wheeler, Dealer, and Banana Peeler. Good morning, fellow pickers and would-be adventurers. This is Dealer with the Crazy Picker Life, the show that shows you what buying and selling on eBay is all about in our family business. Okay, so we had a fun day yesterday, Sunday, and I came down here just after midnight. I don't work on Sundays, but it's 12:05 a.m. and I decided to come down here, get my vlog uploaded and get some things done, get some things started. A lot of times when I take Sunday off, a lot of orders come in, a lot of questions come in. Really a lot of stuff happens while you're gone for 24 hours. So I like to get a jump on it sometimes. I haven't quite figured out the best schedule with vlogging though. I mean, I've got to get my vlog uploaded so it's ready to go in the morning. I do my best on that. And so today I'll probably be down here for an hour and then I'll go home and sleep and get it all started Monday morning. Now we homeschool, many of you guys know that from watching us. This week is going to be a short week. My wife Lon has chose to do a week in 3 days, consolidate it down to 3 days. I've decided to take this week off and we'll have to pick up school again, week 4 of our school, when we get back from picking vacation. So tomorrow, Monday, will be a little bit different. I have to take my Jeep in to get some paint work done on it. Has a few scratches on it that I'm going to get fixed up. My detailer actually scratched it, so he's going to pay for that. And then we've got lots of Monday stuff, orders, and who knows what will happen. But I'm down here for probably an hour, maybe a little longer if I get motivated. And then I'm going to wrap it up. And I feel better about coming in a little later this morning, a little later Monday morning. I don't have so many surprises. And I can take care of anything that's urgent. So here we go. We'll see you in a little while. Oh, I've been here about an hour. I'm just about ready to go home. Pretty tired from the weekend, and once you start resting like I have been the last 4 or 5 days, you just kind of get into that mode. So you can get into the sleeping a lot mode, and you can certainly get into the go 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 mode. Put in my orders. There are 22 orders waiting for me tomorrow morning. I think I've got my vlog here ready to start uploading. So other than that, got all my questions on eBay or different IDs. I've checked them over to make sure there's nothing that can't wait till tomorrow. Took care of a couple things, highlighted a few that I looked at on my phone, and transferred a little money, all that kind of good stuff. Should be all set for tomorrow morning. Just got to get up. All right, back in the office in the morning. Packing. It's a Monday of packing. I came in for a little while this morning at a little after 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. after I dropped my Jeep off, and I arranged some stuff and got 3 or 4 orders packed. And then I came back again after 11, after our run. Got my 2 miles in with the boys. We did a mile time trial today for them. Both of them got under 7 minutes, so that was good. Jacob, Banana Peeler, is 12 and Ben is 10. And I think they've got 6:53 Ben did, and Banana Peeler got 6:37. So that's pretty good. It was a pretty windy day out. Came in, packed a bunch more orders, and went home and had some lunch. And now I got to take them over to USPS. I've got 8 or 9 in the hole in the fire, and I've got one UPS going out later, and I brought the rest of them out here. Let's see what we've got. Got a bunch. One UPS, and there's 29 here, so that makes an even 30 going out. Well, I talked a little bit about energy level and effort and sleep and rest and all that, and I go through cycles of working harder and cycles of not working quite as hard, and I'm having to time my energy level a little bit. We worked really hard this summer, had some 2 big trips to Wisconsin for 10 days each, and some other picking trips, and we did a lot of listing. We usually go into the fall all backed up with stuff, and we did a good job this summer. And right now we're not that backed up with stuff, which means we need to buy some stuff, but the bottom line is we just did a better job listing this summer. So we spent a lot of energy this summer listing. When we started to run out of stuff and lose motivation a little bit, we fell off our contest this month, and both Wheeler and I were a little winded from how much we had did. This road construction's got lots of people driving around alternative routes. My background here is pretty busy. I'll roll this window back up. So when we dropped off our contest, and knowing that my trip is coming up here soon, I've been kind of resting and getting caught up. And the body is funny. It will take a lot of punches for a while, and then it'll start to catch up on you. And when you do finally get around to resting, you feel all those punches again. So I'm kind of in that zone. Next couple days I'm going to continue to take it a little more easy and rest. And so you kind of have to schedule some of those things. This business, you can't just go all out all the time. You will burn out. You also can't just take it easy all the time. You just won't get to where you want to go. So today was plenty busy. So I am going to take my packages to USPS, and then I am going to grab a rare afternoon nap. When I put my little guys down for their afternoon nap, I'm going to grab an hour, so I should be revived for later, for planning for the trip, finishing packing, getting ready to wind down everything around here and get on the road. We'll talk more about that later. Back in the office after supper, got a lot of packing of items, and then I got to start making plans for this trip. I might talk about that in a little while here. I wanted to show what's going on with our numbers this month. I haven't updated everybody. Who's coming in here?
Alright, well.
Thought you were supposed to meet with your mother about homework.
Send her the new revised thing.
Send her the new school?
Yeah.
The new revised thing?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I just need to revise this one thing.
Did you talk to her?
Yeah, do that.
Okay. Anyway, let's take a look at the board here. Now, we had a contest in the office for August, and we didn't hit our numbers on day 9 or day 10. It looks like day 10. We were supposed to get $1,000 listed every single day in order to get our contest, and so 9 days in we had 200 items listed for a total of $11,000 and change. We didn't make it on day 10, so I started to record numbers after that. The next 6 days in our office, We got 115 items listed, a total of 6804. And so, you know, you can do the math here. Our average 9 days times 1,000, we're way above that. 6 days times 1,000, we're above that. And then I listed a bunch of stuff on Saturday, but Wheeler went Saturday crazy. We gave him some good stuff that we dumped out, and we got a bunch of listings. 57 listings, $4,500 just on Saturday. So I'm going to transfer these numbers up there. And in reality, after the contest was over, we've listed more per day than when the contest was running. So not sure what to make of all that. In September, we're going to have another contest, and I think it won't start till we're back from our picking trip, obviously, and we've got some other picking lined up for September. So the number of days that we'll be in the office on in September will be critical. It'll probably be less than 18 listing days, and so we're going to have to do well. We'll probably have the $1,000 minimum, and then the prize for September, we haven't completely solidified it, but if you look over there, that TV has been moved and it's awful small. So I think we're going to get a big screen TV for that wall that more appropriately fits our man space here and more appropriately fits our wall. Now those wood guidelines on there were for an 8-foot by 4-foot billboard beer sign when I put that up there, and I have since sold that to Canada to some sort of movie set. The TV's not going to be that big, but we need it a little bigger than that. So that will be our incentive. More to come on that when we get back in the office in September. So I'm packing orders non-stop today. That's really all I've been doing, and I'm telling myself that I'm not getting to what I need to get to so I can go on my vacation. You know, I'm thinking, oh man, all this order packing and stuff like that. And you know, I am so thankful that I've got orders to pack. Nobody should get me wrong on that. But if you've ever packed 40 orders in a day, it's a lot. So you kind of, when you're in it, you know, you get in a groove a couple times, and I've got other things to do. Everybody's always got other things to do. Anyway, here's what I did. I just told myself, you know what? You got to pack these orders, but you're no longer in the office because you have to be. Dealer, you're on vacation. So I've started my vacation early, and I feel a lot better. I gave myself permission to play a video game. I'm pretty hardcore on myself, you know, I keep working. And I popped a beer. And so now I'm just relaxing. I'm on vacation from now until after the end of the month. So no big deal. Everything is just easy going. Now I'll probably go home later and I'll still be on vacation. Anyway, when I first thought of it, I was like, you know, this is pretty much a revelation that I don't have to be here. I want to be here. So after 40 orders today, I have decided to go on vacation. It's just, to me, that's just awesome. And that is exactly where I am. Permanent vacation. Okay, dealer is still on vacation, but I did get these packed. This is Monday night. There's 4 on that side. And then there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 more there. And then here's... I've been trying to get to... a little segment I call preparing for taking a trip, and so I guess that's what's got me a little bit down. How the heck am I going to get to that with all this packing? It's now 9:30 at night. I'm going to be leaving Wednesday night, driving through the night, so I'm trying to position myself to get some sleep so I can drive through the night. We have a place we have to be Thursday mid-morning, so my wife Lon has to work on Wednesday, and it's a 10 or 12 hour drive. So anyway, this, you see those old Model T looking tires back there that I'm going to dig out and show in a minute? Well, I'm excited that I sold them. When I bought them and played around with them and measured them, I was not excited about packing them, and now that I have to pack them tonight, that's what I've been putting off. Okay, so here's what we're talking about. These are wooden spoked, metal rimmed, heavyweight tires and wheel combinations. 20s, 30s, I don't know. But I've got that on the scale there. Can you read that? 55 pounds. And so I bought these for $150 for the pair. And I was excited about this. $413 on the sale plus $46 shipping. They're not going that far away. I'm probably gonna have to eat a little bit of shipping because I measured it for one box, and it's hard to inflate that enough for two. Custom boxes have to be heavyweight enough to not pop open. Obviously they're not super fragile, so that's, where the heck am I here? Super fragile, that's not a problem, but the size is a custom box. I don't have boxes laying around that are like 30 by 30. I might have a 36 by 36 somewhere, and if I do, I guess I cut it down and stick these down in there. Anyway, I don't procrastinate on much, but I'm already in vacation mode. And before I declared I was in vacation mode, I was heading there. So all I have to do is do it. It'll happen. It'll be fine. It's a great sale. I'm making 200 bucks on 150 purchase. Love that. Probably helping somebody out. Just get it done, dealer. Okay, well. Wheeler says there's a reason we have two eyes, and I guess this is it.
Whoa. Is something going?
I'm not sure what he's doing here, but
oh, there you go.
he's
I got it. Now I got it. Get a shot. Get a shot.
Oh my gosh. Turn sideways. I was trying to show people what the heck. He's got one camera right side up and the other one's upside down so he can get his eyes.
We got the vertical grip, so it has the upside down shutter button too.
So you can spin around and
yeah, just woo!
You're gonna break your cameras. Oh my gosh.
Go crazy with Wheeler.
I'm not the only one that's in vacation mode. Oh my goodness, I've got so much to do to get out of here. We're leaving in less than 48 hours. Dealer, hold it together. Well, back in the day, I was trying to ship bikes a little bit, and I had a racing bike that I wanted to send somebody, so I bought 5 of these boxes. I have one left. These are super boxes, and look at that, man. That is sweet, because these things suck to ship. So I was hoping they were going to fit sort of like side by side and come out to here, because I could cut my box down a little bit and not pay oversized box charge. But they nest in there, and what I did, you can't really see it down in there. You can a little bit. There's a hub on there. I put this super foam between the hub and the wheel, so that won't be a problem. Now all I have to do is pack it really tight with paper. Paper is pretty good as long as you really pack it tight. It's reasonably cheap. And so I'll get that really packed, and then what I'm going to have to do is cut this thing. I'll show it to you when it's done. I'm going to cut this thing and basically cut it and scoot it in, and it's just, man, what's that? Camera work is awesome. I'm going to cut it and scoot it in, and it'll just, you know, it'll be doubled up on the sides and the bottom, and I'll have to trim that a little bit and tape that a little bit. That'll fit pretty snug. This is a real heavy paper. UPS is going to hate this because it's going to be like 100. I better check it before I cut it. It's going to be like 100 and almost 120 pounds, which is all right. I'll tell you what it costs to ship in a minute. Well, there's a massive package right in front of us that has the 2 tires and wheels, and it is 122 pounds. I wouldn't do that with a normal box, but this is a super stout U-line box. I did use a lot of extra tape. About $72 to ship, so I came over my price a little bit. Still gonna make 200 bucks, and I think it'll make it. It's a little top heavy, it's a little heavy. They're gonna have to do something special with it to get it to where it is anyway. They're gonna have to specially handle that, and usually the people who are on the ball, which not everybody's on the ball, will check the value on this thing too, and so they're not going to handle it like a bunch of pillows or something where they keep slamming it down and get crazy. So hope it makes it. It's not fragile, just needs to stay in the box. Okay, I think I'm just about done packing. I've got one more I'm going to let go till tomorrow. Let's go over and look at what this trip looks like. Okay, I just made a quick list. I don't know if there's more things than this because I feel like I'm under the gun here at 10:30 at night. But I want to give you something, what we do or what I do when I'm going on a trip. Locations, pack list, money, pick, outline, to do, to leave list. Let me talk about these for a minute. Okay, so, man, what is with the focusing? Okay, that was interesting. So the Canon batteries that come with this Canon G7X Mark II, whatever the heck it is, the Canon batteries give feedback on their energy level to the meter on this camera, and it'll tell me when the battery's low. It'll start beeping, and it'll make all these signals. Canon batteries are 50 bucks. It's a smart battery. I didn't know what the difference would be, but when I put in my generic batteries, which ever since I did, you know, what did I learn doing 50 vlogs? I bought a couple more batteries because I was running out of battery. Canon batteries are 50 bucks. The generic ones are 10 or 15. And so they don't feed back to the camera very well. Just learned that. Gets all blurry and then all of a sudden, bonk, you're dead. Okay, let's talk about the trip a little bit. What else did I learn about technology and cameras and all that? Well, I'm learning a lot of stuff. Okay, so I made a list of these 5 things. This is what I have to do a few days before we start going on a trip. Obviously, there's pre-planning. We know where we're going. I've already booked the hotels. We've been on this route that we're going on at least once. Some parts of it as many as 10 times. You know, you start to get familiar with it. What I would like is eventually to outsource all my travel plans to somebody else, like maybe my wife Lon or somebody else, you know, somebody else that gets it. Whoever, you know, does it, it would seem easy, but there's an experiential level of success. Part of the reason we stay at nice places is so we don't get bed bugs. We got bed bugs once. They bite your legs. It sucks. Part of the reason we stay at nice places is because we have a big family and we can get a big breakfast, which if you ever have taken a family of 8 out to Denny's or anywhere for breakfast, I mean, you can drop some big bills. So a nice breakfast is good. Places we go, this is just kind of random. We'll have happy hour and snacks and, nice rooms and all that stuff. So we do that. Okay, anyway, so I've booked our hotels. You got to kind of have an itinerary. We're traveling in six states, I think. We're staying in 4 separate locations over 10 days. And so it took me a little while to plan all that out. I need to print those things out just to have hard copies. And along with that, what I've tried to do in the last couple of years, it used to be just me and Wheeler, and then Banana Peeler, and then Squealer, and then occasionally my wife would go out. I'm on camera.
Yep.
You need something?
Nope. Just wait until you're out.
Well, I'm right in the middle of it.
And digging that back room is like a treasure hunt. You never know what you're gonna find. Some of my unknowns from past years.
Your stuff?
Not necessarily. Like this stuff I took for display, so it's technically business stuff.
No, I mean it's in your totes?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll come and see in a minute.
Yep.
Never a dull moment. So, it used to be more just picking trips, and then we would start going on vacations, and my wife Lon would take some of the kids one direction, and I'd go with some of the kids another direction. And what I've tried to do the last couple of years is I've tried to combine it a little bit so that we can all be together, have fun, family trip, and then have some scheduled picking. So in order to do that, some of the locations that we go have to have things that are fun for families. They have to have accommodations that are good for families, of big families. We don't like staying in 2 rooms either, so we have to get suites or bigger rooms with fold-out couches. It's really kind of insane sometimes what we pay for a hotel room, but you can't get around it. You can't get around it with 8 people. 8 hungry people, by the way, with all these kids, man. They just can eat. So this trip is going to be probably, for me, probably 30% fun and 70% picking. For my wife, it's going to be 85% fun and 15% picking. She'll be along with me for probably 15% of the picking. We go rummage sailing together some. Not sure who's going with who, but when we book hotels and schedule kind of when we're going and coming and going and all that, I've got to look for places for her to land, malls, outlet malls, whatever she wants to do, and then we can go. So scheduling, location, stay, other, I've got that all set right now, but that is a consideration when we go out. I'm doing some work on that. And you're going to want to watch our videos for our trip. I've got a pretty cool surprise for the family where we're staying the last couple days. It ought to be fun. Just put it that way. Packing list. I got to make a packing list because I've got my personal stuff. I've got some stuff that I look after for the family, food and water and certain things like that for the travels. My wife does a lot of the clothes packing with the kids, and she does a lot of things for the trip, so that's really good. I also have to pack for the business, and this time in particular, I'm going to be sending things back from the trip. We've never come home empty-handed. In fact, we've always come home loaded. a couple times ago, last year, we got our van broken into, and that was not cool. In fact, it was earlier this year. It was in May. That was not cool. It ended better than it could, but it still was a couple $1,000. Windows and a few things that got stolen. And they stole my beer sign, man, if I find it. So I'm going to send a lot of things back, and then what we don't send back, we're going to have to take in and out of hotels with us, which is a pain. But you got to do it. So packing is personal, family, and business for me. I've got to bring some packing materials, some boxes, some labels, all that kind of stuff. I've got to do all that tomorrow, Tuesday, to leave Wednesday. Money. You got to understand the money behind traveling for 10 days. There's there's money that you're going to spend on inventory. There's money that you're going to spend on food and lodging and fun. There's money that you're going to spend on gas. There's, while you're gone 10 days, you got to have your bills right up to date. Got to have money to pay for those. My place here that I rent, they're going to want their money, so I got to pay that ahead. You got to have your money sorted out. Now, when I'm picking, I don't mind paying with credit. Not credit, but with my card. I get 1.5% on one of my cards, and I get super crazy points for all kinds of stuff on one of my other cards. But typically, I can bargain with people with cash for a 10% or more discount just for having cash. I can get my deal done, and I can say, well, what about cash? And a lot of times that opens doors. And so you got to have some cash along. Pick outline. You got to know where you're picking. We know where we're picking. We've got a couple stops that are mandatory that we go to. And then we have probably 10 or 15 that we probably will go to. And then we have another 30 or 40 that we'll probably go to that are going to be in our zone. Things that we like to look for. And then we're going to do rummage sales at least two days, maybe 3 days. Can't remember when we're coming back. 2 days, maybe 3 days. And so that's pretty awesome. To do to leave list. I have probably 10 to 15 things I need to do every time I leave on a trip for more than 4 or 5 days. We shut down our auctions for a while. I do that so I don't have to answer a lot of questions. We get 5 to 10 questions every day that our auctions are up. I don't want to do that on the road. We don't have our inventory in front of us. It's just too tough to keep track of all that. I also don't ship anything when I'm on the road. I like the cash flow of having my auctions up. We will start them up probably 4 days before we get home, and I'll put everything on sale, and it always works out. It's not like you lose anything. You just lose cash flow for 5 or 6 days. So I have to shut all those down. I got to make sure this time that I shut some of my obscure stuff down. We have 6 IDs, and I have stuff currently listed, I think, on 4 plus Amazon. So I have to make sure that last time I didn't shut one down and got a sale. Most people are fairly accommodating. They realize that we're pickers, so if something falls through the cracks, I just say, hey, look, I can refund your money, but I'm out on a pick with my sons until such a date. I have things to do at home. I have things to do here. I've got my checklists I have to go through. We have to put, we have to take our water filters and empty them and make sure that they're going to be ready to go when we come back. You have to set your thermostats. You have to put your alarms on. Put all your things in place since you're not going to be here. Talk to your neighbors. Talk to your building neighbors. We do all those things. I mean, we don't want people visiting when we're gone, and we take precautions so nothing's going to go wrong. Enough said. When we're here, we wouldn't mind visitors necessarily. But let's just say it would be kind of like the zombie apocalypse if somebody decided to try to break in. We take this seriously. I mean, that's the bottom line. Locations, pack list, money, pick outline, to do, to leave list. Don't mess with my beer signs. Hey, is that getting fuzzy again? This battery is supposed to be good. This is supposed to be a Canon. Okay, so that gives you some basic idea of what I do to prepare. Getting out of town is a little chaotic. I get better at it every time. For whatever reason, this time I've went on vacation early, and so today, tomorrow, Wednesday, I'm taking the time I need to get everything done, but it's still a lot. It's a big family that I have, 6 kids and my wife and myself. It's tough to get in motion. Once it gets in motion, we're okay. The picking adds to that. We're meeting family on the road up into Minneapolis. They're coming up for 3 days, and so we're going to time that and do some things up there. There's also family up there we're going to meet with. I don't know how many miles we're putting on. It's like, it'll end up being at least 3,000. And so, you know, you got to have your vehicle ready. You got to have all those things going. Got to have your route figured out. It's a lot of fun, but there is prep. And if you haven't watched my video, now we did the vlog here. This is like vlog 57. There's 10 or 12 videos, maybe 15 videos that we did once a week for like 10 or 12 or 15 weeks. One of them in there, or 2 of them in there, explain our last trip to Wisconsin. You should go back and check those out. One of them I laid out the whole money scene of what a typical 10-day trip is like for us and what we expect to make from that. And you know, you probably saw our video on a good week that we had. We're having a pretty good 30 days right now, and that is it's a cause effect. It's the effect from that trip that we're experiencing here in a slow month of August, typically a slow month. But this year we did things a little bit differently. We had that big trip, we bought a bunch of stuff, we got it listed, rapid fire. Now we've been pretty good all the way along, but we're still in the learning stages of this business, even though I've been doing this a while, been doing this for years and years full time. We get better and better. You got to get better and better. You can get better and better, and it's going to show in our results, our bottom line. And I'm continually trying to position this business so that when my kids want to join it full-time, part-time, I'm ready for it. That drives me a bit. You want to stay ahead of that. Okay, I think that's it for today. Got all my orders packed except one, which I'll leave for sometime in the morning. I don't have any sales running from now until when I shut down my auctions, so the orders are really going to trickle in now. There's not going to be that many. I bet tomorrow I won't pack more than 3 or 4 or 5 orders. We'll ship a bunch tomorrow. There's probably close to 15 going out, but I won't have a lot for Wednesday, and that's by design. And then Wednesday is just going to be hustle, 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 and then hopefully get a nap, and then we're driving out. We're leaving at night, driving through the night, which has advantages and disadvantages. I might talk about that. Haven't done that in a little while. Tried it both ways. I still prefer driving through the night if I can plan for it. And we get out of town. Okay, so let me do this. Well, tomorrow I'll talk about where we're going. I'll show you the route a little bit. Should be super fun. Okay, I'm a little fatigued. Just the weight of the trip coming down a little bit. I think we've got it all figured out. It's old hat. It's exciting. I love to get out. Got to get some sleep tonight. Got to get a nap tomorrow. Got to get some sleep Tuesday night. And then let the adventure begin. All right, thanks for watching. We do appreciate the thumbs up, comments, questions. We'll do another question and answer thing sometime in September. So I'll announce it ahead of time. But if you do have questions that I'm not answering, do bring them up again then. And we'll get those answered for you. Definitely appreciate everything. Take care and pick well and list often. Dealer out.
Hey, Wheeler.
Dealer production.